Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of this kind of new weird series hybrid thing. So this is going to be the Chillening, where it's going to be a series where I want to touch on games that I haven't been able to talk about all that much, that I can only do like a one-off or something like that on. But I still want to play for the channel and talk about because I really do enjoy them. So what we are doing today is we're going on a game by the name of Hades. It's by the developers of Transistor and Bastion, two games which I really loved. I played Bastion back in the day. I remember the fire weapon was like one of my favorite, most like powerful feeling weapons I have ever touched inside a game. Loved Transistor and the story behind that. So I wanted to get into this the moment I saw it at the Game Awards a couple months ago. It also kind of helps that I am a huge Greek mythology nerd. I read fucking Percy Jackson through like 2006 to current day. So I'm super invested in all of that. So it kind of hits on all those points I really enjoy. And it is also a roguelike, which I love. So what we'll be doing today is I wanted to kind of just run around here, talk about the game a little bit. We'll be trying out each of the different weapons inside the game and kind of discussing what I've been feeling about it and kind of where I'm seeing it go from here on out. Additionally, this is the hub area. I have talked to everybody here a lot. And they do end up like having different stories between the different characters, and you can give them gifts to be able to get extra trinkets and stuff for it. It's honestly really interesting. So the entire concept behind the game is, hey, that man up there is Hades. He's your dad. He's not the nicest in the world. And he's like, hey, you gotta stay in the underworld. But you're like, nah, I want to get out. And so you run over here to your room and you're like, I want to break out of the underworld. I can go here and equip a bunch of buffs. In fact, I'm actually going to probably take all these off right now. Just to show the game in its most core, like basic. Actually, I'm going to take that money. I'm going to take some of that free money. Listen, it's cool, right? I get that I probably shouldn't be super OP, but I gotta take some things sometimes. I'm going to equip as many of these Fate Authorities as possible because I want to try to go for the builds I enjoy the most. I do feel as if the game shines and shows what its true gameplay is like when you have a good synergy together. So we will go into this and we'll just touch on each of the different weapons they do have because there are 5 here. What we'll do is we'll go through them all in order around this entire area, including this one, which just came out in the newest update. So we'll do the Stygian Blade, of which has our strikey boys. Quite stabby, quite jabby, you know, it does its things. And the special, which I think is one of the most... You'll probably never see me use this. Truthfully, I think the special, while it is nice for clearing waves if you get it with a certain kind of buff, I don't find it to be the most useful in normal situations. I never actually use it in casual times. We also have a bunch of different buffs here. What I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to toss on a very basic, hey, gain plus 20 life with the old spiked collar. Because I'm not trying to go for a specific build right now. I just want to see what we end up getting with this sword. Because I actually don't have anything I like prioritize with this one. Truthfully, the sword is one of my... It's one of the most meh types of things for me personally. Oh, and we got an Ares buff here. So when you go around the entire area, you start picking up buffs from different gods, and you get to talk to them and be like, hey.
The scourge of war would help you out of your predicament. Why, I would stir one up for you without a second thought. Listen,
war is always a great plan. And you can get different buffs off of it. I got really lucky here, though. So we have attack. And there's all different like rarities of buffs. These are all the epic style, but there's also like basic gray, there's rare, and there's legendary. So what we'll do, I guess I'll just take the attack. Honestly, the Ares attack buff I find to be really, really not. You know what? No. So okay, we'll do attack for this first one, but I want to dash another one later on. So his buff, what he does is it adds an extra proc to the attacks you do, and it does a second like damage over time hit afterwards. the epic version of the buff is honestly super terrifying and broken and good and just really pleasant. I really do enjoy the Ares buff. I think it's among my favorites currently inside the game. And there actually is a really nice community going on with the game as well, because what's been happening with the development of this game, I actually want to talk about it a little bit. They're doing a documentary series on I believe the channel is called NoClip. I'll actually link it below in the description. Where during the process of the game and while trying to develop this early access version of it, they're filming the process of creating it and talking about the different design decisions they're making, talking about what's like kind of making a game alongside a community and early access, because that's what this is. This is like, while it's being developed, they're going to continue adding updates to it and continue trying to flesh it out, because there is currently only 2 areas inside the game, which granted is a pretty decent chunk of content already. They're planning on adding a lot more to it, and they do have some more things to flesh it out, and they're working alongside the community to get like balance changes and fixing that up. And I find that to be really neat. I think that having that feedback directly tied to the game itself makes it a much better experience. And while I've always been a person that's very, I think the word is sketched out by early access games. I think that it's becoming a weird trend where people are putting incomplete games that aren't even like worth buying on a store and being like, hey, you can fund the rest of this though. Which I'm just personally not all for. Also, I just got the cast upgrade, and the cast is my... Oh. What? There we go. For some reason, my circle does the dash as well. Are my controls set weirdly? Oh, no. Wait. That entire time, I didn't have my DS4 windows open. So apparently... Oh, dear. It appears my controls were broken. Okay, I have fixed the issue. As I was saying, there's an ability called Cast. Cast is like an extra... It's an extra attack that you have that's separate from your weapon that you always have you can get upgrades for. I upgraded it just now to be this like grabby vortex that does a bunch of damage when it ends up hitting them along the route. It also gets stuck into enemies when it's not the vortex. I probably should have used it it's okay. You get it. I can use this freely whenever I run around areas, and it is the rare version, so it'll do some good workings. But yeah, it's so fascinating to me that this game, the way it is in the current state, it feels as if it's actually a full experience, and it's enjoyable enough where I'm willing to put money into it because it is like a full... It's enough that you want to come back and play it. I feel as if there's a lot of games on the Steam store specifically that I personally wouldn't even justify putting money into to fund the development because it's not ready.
Do you believe you came of your volition? All statements can be true. Is that not so?
So, this is a blood gate. For sacrificing a little bit of your HP, you can go into here and talk to the primordial originator Chaos, of which is the concept of, and then things happened. And he can give you different things that make your run more difficult for a short while, and you get extra benefits off of it. Honestly, these are pretty meh picks, though. Oh, you get extra purple upgrades for after the run. Isn't that great for me, personally? You know what? I'm down to gain plus 20 health after 3 encounters suffering more damage. Sounds good. But yeah, I think that this game is one of the better early access games that I've tried out and experienced, which is nice. I definitely think I'm always a skeptic when it comes to stuff like this, especially when even full games that are coming out right now are in messes of awful states and virtually unplayable. I say as I come off of an Anthem video binge, learning everything about that experience. But yeah, it's always interesting to me to see early access that actually is viable to play. And seeing that they put so much care and delicate, like, they put a lot of delicate work and a lot of thought, it seems, into the early access version of this game, and definitely put the effort in before it actually came out, which is just what you need to ask for in situations like this. By the way, this is a boss fight with 2 of these bomb dudes. Honestly, they kind of suck, and you'll see my main issue with them a little bit later. Oh, Dionysius. Actually forgot. That's a really good buff to get right now.
Yes, I'm certain everything is going fine for you right now, but just in case, I got a little something just for you.
I appreciate that, dude. All the art inside this game, I find to be just absolutely beautiful. Something about the art style. It is just so clean. And I love it. Also, so we can improve our dash and give it extra splash blight wine, take less damage while below 40% health, or gain health whenever you get drunk. Now, while I do think that is a very effective way of living, I'm gonna take the dash. Thank you.
To feast.
Let's go feast? Okay, Zagreus, you do you. Oh yeah, we're playing as a guy named Zagreus, by the way. He's the son of Hades and he's the son of Nyx. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a cool thing. I don't really know all that much about Zagreus as a character because I don't remember hearing about him in any of the mythos that I have explored so far. So I'm really interested to see where they go with the story here, because there are parts when you first start the game of a semblance of a deeper. There's something deeper here in terms of story. They haven't actually explored much of what is oh dear. I haven't explored much of what is present inside the mythos. But there we go. So that is my experience with the sword, typically. I find the sword to be really unenjoyable to use. And you can see I never use a special there. And also the attack is pretty alright. Honestly, I just did a pretty bad job dodging as well. You know how it works. I'm probably not going to do another sword run for today, because I kind of don't want to. It's you know what I mean. And additionally, around the area, you can see that there's new exclamation points around the heads of all the people around. So you can kind of check this, and you can see there's different objectives and different things you get off of certain parts of the conversations. So, like, I can talk to Hypnos.
One of the wretched witches shot you dead last time. Sorry to hear that, huh? Have you tried shooting them first?
I tried my best, Hypnos.
I haven't.
Oh, you're mean. Take this bottle.
Whoa, you must have really gotten pretty far out there if you could get me one of these, so wow. And thanks for stopping by.
You're
welcome.
Up my numerous untimely deaths, Hypnos.
I love him. What a cool guy. Can also pet your doggo.
Take it easy, boy. I'll probably be back here in no time.
The watchdog Cerberus merely sulks upon his supple bedroll.
You know, if you become a boss fight later, I'm going to be really sad. Like, wholeheartedly. Your design already fits really well for a boss, and I fought you many times inside Kingdom Hearts. But, like, I'm feeling it. I don't want to attack you, man. I love you. You're a good Clifford. Holy shit, he's red as well. Okay, we're going. We're moving. We gotta go. No discoveries here. We just gotta keep on moving. Just work it. What I will do here is, you can see there's a bunch of different like upgrades here, obviously. I'm going to add my extra dashes because I'm so... I think I'm very keen on extra reflexes. Also, I can add some more casts here to get some more uses out of that. I'm trying to just do the things that won't, I guess. Listen, it's okay. We did our run. Now we'll do an actual like end game thing while we're going at this anyway. No reason not to.
Now we're talking.
Alrighty. If actually you can go and check how many times you attempted to do the runs of the game by going to this little fountain you can buy. Apparently I've done 142 escape attempts and slain 26,000 foes. Yeah, I've played a decent amount of this game. Definitely really enjoy it. Something about the gameplay flow just feels really... It just feels so nice to pick up. Additionally, see, here's my issue. I was going to go around this area all the way like that, but if the bow is buffed right now, and you get extra benefits, and so you get to unlock these with keys throughout your playthrough. So you get the sword first, guaranteed, and then this is 1 key, 2 keys, 3 keys. I think this is 5 keys. The bow is natural progression of the game. We're going to use the bow next. So this is one of my other weapons I really enjoy. It has a charge shot that you can aim around, and it does lock on enemies. You can see that, like, so it like jumps to Skelly when I turn too far. So it really does have a really strong auto aim to it. I find that on controller you kind of need it. Granted, on the mouse and keyboard it's a lot easier with the bow. We have Y, which is a volley fire, which shoots a bunch and is like a shotgun if you're up close. And you can kind of just shoot, and you have to charge it to get more distance out of it. It's neat, honestly. In terms of what I want to use with it, we could go for more HP. However, I kind of want to shoot for trying out a Zeus run with this. I find the volley shot along with the Zeus buff to be really fun to use. So let's head in. All the different gods have vastly different...
Tendency to ask too many questions,
Ooh.
boy. Would that you had a tendency to wonder silently instead.
You know, I've been told that a lot. Listen, everyone would be a better person if they were quiet. However, we have opinions and voices. Alright, so what I want out of this is a special.
Yours isn't my affair, I know. And yet I cannot help but take an interest in your plight. Your father cast his lot. He need not take his anger out on you.
I know, right? All the portraits, man. I love his especially. I use the Zeus boons a lot, and they're very good. Also, these are all purple. So you can get the attack to get more, special get more, or cast. I like the special and cast. Both of these are fantastic. I'm probably going to get the special first, though, because it does a genuinely good job. And it does proc extra damage on anyone it hits. So it does the 10 damage and then the 41 off of it as well. Also, we got a Chaos Gate right off of the bat without even having to go into the first room. Good stuff. I will definitely do that. Can we get a special upgrade? That'd be real neato. That'd be a good thing. Pretty good, you know. World works out. So we could do every time you cast, take one damage. That's fine, especially if it's epic. Dash attack and chamber rewards previews hidden. I am never choosing that. I am good. I will take 1 damage from cast. In fact, I'll sacrifice 1 health right now. Chaos, that was my gift to you. I also remembered I have 3 casts right now. I need to try and get in the habit of using those when I do run out of the take damage when you use them thing. Because that's not really a great thing for being successful in a roguelike run. But yeah, so all of the hits I do chain lightning to other like enemies. So 1 hit can hit like 4 if you end up getting it right. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to be chaining all that well to these guys. Boys, not a huge deal. And we're gonna go... See, I need to get to 10 or 15 keys, so I kind of want to go for this. I have 1 last thing to get with my keys right now inside the game, so might be my best bet. But yeah, I also like the special because it goes so far to the sides. It just helps you cover larger areas when you are trying to take down bigger groups, especially with the cat or the Zeus buff. When you get 1 good shot with it, it will chain to like a bunch of different enemies and just clear everyone out, which is so nice. It's my kind of clear. I love it. It's my good stuff. And there we go. Honestly, these rooms so far have been really lax. Very big layouts, not too terribly bad. Easy, like bone... I think they're called numbskulls. Truthfully, I haven't looked into the names all that far. There's like... I got the... So I have a bad habit when I'm playing a game like this, I don't really focus on the story all that much. I just kind of like try and rush into the next quest. Like, oh, see, Rogue Legacy is cool, but what if I just go and do that Shinobi run right now, though? Instead of trying to pay attention to like, oh, there's a journal entry I found that explains the story of the Lost King. Nah, I just kind of rush into it. So I didn't talk the dialogue through with a lot of the characters until very recently, and I found out you get a codec from Achilles after my like 100th run that gives you extra benefits and tells you the names of all the different enemies you fight. Honestly, that's my bad habits coming to light. I do feel as if having something that, having like all of these traits that you can get, and having these like objectives, like, oh, slay 98 more of these and you get more details on them. Having this be missable kind of hurts, honestly. I didn't even know it, so here, we're going to alter this. I want to try to get... I don't want the Aphrodite buff right now with this weapon. I want to... Oh, that's some pretty bad luck. I usually don't go to the shops unless I have 150 gold at least. So I'm probably going to pass on that. I guess we'll just try and go get the gold. Yeah, recently I've kind of come back into really enjoying roguelike types of games. I kind of took a step away after a while, after I got kind of burned out. After like, for a time, I had a habit of playing Rogue Legacy on PC, tossing on Northern Lions Binding of Isaac videos, and just sitting there forever, you know, and as we do, and just playing through it for a long while. And it burned me out a lot on roguelikes. So I was not only playing Rogue Legacy myself, I was also watching someone play a roguelike. So it kind of doubles up the randomness, and it takes a lot out of you. But I recently came back into trying to play them. I've pulled up Rogue Legacy on my Vita, which is always a weird thing to say. That is a niche within a niche within a niche. But it's been a lot of fun, and this game especially. I think it's kind of what revived my love inside the roguelike genre. I haven't tried out, I think it's called Welcome, or Enter the Gungeon, and Slay the Spire were two that were talked about to me, but I've never actually had the chance to touch on just yet. So we have the Cast Blade Rift, which actually, it's helpful. I don't know, should I... We'll try it out. We'll give it a chance. Wait, did Zagreus just whisper violence to himself? Zagreus, please. We don't need to know about your internal monologue while you're doing these levels. That's dark. Listen, when you're traversing the underworld by yourself and you just whisper violence to yourself, that's fucked. That is a strange time. But yeah, roguelikes are just a good time. Slay the Spire, Enter the Gungeon, stuff like that are always things I want to try out. I think it just might be a matter of hopping on those at some point. I think they're definitely... Roguelikes, just in the variability that they ends up going into it, because you have to have such a foundation that has to account for different play styles. It creates such an interesting atmosphere for a game, especially. Like this game, going through these levels and everything like that, it has such a... There's this familiarity inside it, right? Because it's also... The characters back at home base all recognize you, and all whenever you die are like, hey, welcome back, how's it going? Been a while, hasn't it? And it just makes such a good atmosphere. It's good stuff. Well, welcome to Lee Splurges about fucking game feel. I really have been on this kick of like talking about what makes a game's feeling good. Also,
yeah? You'll do most of the work, but hey, I'll be with you in spirit.
well, you know what? I appreciate that. I love you, Artemis. You beautiful hero. And I'll definitely take the chance to deal crits. So it's the crit on the attacks, dash attack, or any damage you deal has a chance to crit, including the bouncing Zeus bolts, which is nice. and the attacks from this Blade Rift. Also, oh god, Trove Trial. So this takes up one of your keys. You end up getting a bunch of gold off of it. We're going to do it. Why not? You have to go fast, otherwise you lose some of the gold you get from it. Like you'll see it goes down from 100 to 99 in a second. There you go. And just keeps on going down until you beat all the enemies, so definitely something you have to get done. But yeah, I've been on this weird kick of like talking about game feel with people inside my real life as well. Yesterday when we were inside an art gallery, I went on like an hour tangent talking about how good the weapons feel inside Dark Souls 2. Like Dark Souls 3 doesn't really capture that feeling of really like a weighty, oh god, if I say weighty blade it sounds weird. Like a weight to the swings you're doing, and the movements feel like they have such substance to them. Dark Souls 3, while it does have it, it feels like it's a lot more fluid and it's a lot more like Bloodborne-y. Which while it is smooth, it's nice. I like the chunkiness of it. I like the chunkiness of Dark Souls 2 and the way that the weapons, when you swing that greatsword, that shit feels like $1,000,000. That shit feels like you are transcending realms. It is absolutely incredible. I think there is like a demand for how a game feels to really enjoy what it's offering to you. Certain games I find it could be an amazing game, could tell an amazing story, I could just absolutely love it. But if the gameplay itself doesn't feel that great to me, I don't really like that game that much. I think my main example of it right now in like recent years is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I love the story. I love the traversal. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is one of my favorite games out there. It has an amazing game feel to it. It does have a bit of clunkiness to it because obviously Wii controls and all that. But the actual foundation of what it's offering is great. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I find the gameplay, they're trying to make it flow better, but in trying to do so, it makes it, I don't know, it doesn't feel like you're actually playing a weighty game. There's just, and I'm going, and going, and going, and going, and then there's a boss. And there's not really a good feel to how the progression is inside it. That's just how some games go sometimes. Also, see, the issue that I have with this, they nerfed the attack benefit on every single weapon to the ground on the lightning strike, on the attack, because the new Aegis weapon was so broken. But now on the bow, who cares about 7 extra damage on your attack? It is nonsensically bad when, man, do I want 7 extra damage on my normal attacks, or do I want 107 damage when I take damage for the same like quality of buff?
Power of the gods.
It's strange. I get they had to nerf it, but it's a bit much, especially on this weapon. If they applied that to only the Aegis and maybe had like the bow still have like 30 damage, maybe 25.
Zagreus, not one step further.
I think that'd be reasonable. Also, here is the second boss inside the game, Megara, first of the Furies. She does appear inside the home base quite often. She's one of those bosses you get to learn a lot of. You see her a lot. Honestly, I take, usually, depending on the build, depending on the weapon, I usually take less damage from her, I say as I get hit in the face, than I take from the original boss before this, just because her patterns, they're fun. They're not that bad. It's also really easy with the bow to just go in and like use your special and get a bunch of damage off. I need to try and turn around. Here we go. Also, this pattern right here, super easy to dodge. Dash in, dash out, just keep on going back and forth. She will spawn a bunch more enemies soon, so once she goes into the impervious state again, yeah, there's the big wave. I'm trying to keep up with the special on the other enemies because they do bounce around to her as well. And I need to, there's a Zeus buff you can get that increases the amount of bounces that your lightning does after it hits an enemy. Because the lightning, it hits an enemy, bounces around to each different ones, and does more damage. You can get it to get like plus 11 bounces, and it just hits everybody on a stage no matter where they are. It's great. It is the best. It feels beautiful. Oh. Wait, blood and darkness? Okay, middle school self. Or I should say my middle school self. Oh god. I mean, we all have that phase, you know? We all go through those times. We all become the blood and darkness people. Megara's just, you know, it's just a phase. Also, I lost a Death Defiance to her. I feel like I'm doing a pretty poor job of actually fighting her this time. Not a huge deal because she is gone now. Next time we'll try harder. Now she does say sisters and does say the first of the Furies. I wonder if they're going to have other Fury type of bosses. It's always curious what we're going to end up doing with this game going further forward.
You're going nowhere, boy.
This is our moment's reprieve before we end up going into the next little zone of things. I'm also going to get that Infernal Trove.
That comes out.
And I do have the Zeus buff already on. What do I want right now? Honestly, Zeus is probably fine for right now as well. But yeah, they have a very clear plan for where they're trying to go with this game. And on the main menu, they have a little like thing in the bottom right corner that's always reminding you of when the next major update is. So the last one was about
The Asphodel Meadows.
a week and a half ago. And I believe the next one is going to be on... It's, I think, 16 days from today. And today is the 23rd of February. So soon enough, honestly. And then I'm looking forward to when the next update comes out. Then we get to have the other documentary episode. And that's going to be real neat. I feel like it's a very full experience being able to watch that documentary alongside the updates to the game. Alrighty. Pop that. And there we go. Next wave up. Okay, those Gorgon things are the embodiment of death that I dare not even touch. However, we're gonna have to deal with her a little bit later, and they sure do suck. See, they turn you to stone when they hit you, and those things curve in the air, and it hurts. It hurts real bad. The actual damage is fine, but the issue is when you get turned to stone inside like the lava around here, because this area you can see is perilous and it's very easy to die. Oh, okay. So this right here is the Daedalus Hammer, which lets you upgrade your weapon and gain an extra ability to it. These ones are pretty meh, though. So we have your special pierces foes and deals 300% to armor. Actually, that might not be too bad. Your attack deals 200% in an area but charges slower, and your attack fires in a 3-shot spread pattern. And there are several other upgrades that are beyond these ones that are quite good. I really like there's a special fires twice the amount of shots, and that shit hits like nobody's business. I'm actually probably going to take the piercing foes, though. Because what I'm thinking right now is if this pierces through foes, all of the hits also chain lightning to the people in front, so it does even more damage when it passes by them. Also, we have no Pact of Punishment. These are only when you have an extra... You can add a multiplier to certain stats of the enemies and be able to get more benefits off of it. This, you need to have 36 stacks of the Pact of Punishment to be able to use, which will only be using that on 2 of the runs today. So, yeah.
How bad could it be?
Alrighty. Infernal Trove. Let's see what we have next.
Time to lose.
Hey there, everybody. Oh god, this is going to suck. These are a rough set of enemies. However, being able to instantly destroy these armors with this piercing shot ain't too bad here, honestly. Armor destroying is something that I've really had troubles with, especially with the special, so...
Well, that's better.
I have enough money to go to the shop next time as well now, but we're in a good state right now. I like this build. Granted, we'll see how it goes for certain aspects of this run. Alright. Survive for 55 seconds. A room of which will prove to you that there is definitely not a lot of comfort in some of these layouts. Asphodels survive for 55 seconds are the most painful part of any playthrough. And without the wrong builds, you typically will just end up running away the entire time because you are afraid of anybody and everybody. Hell, right now you can see there's like a bullet hell going on before I stop it with my special. And if I just start running around and just kind of like go like, oh, one way or another, I'm going to find you. I'm going to get you. And you can just see hell is breaking loose right now all around me. And it's terrifying. And running away is the way to do it. There are certain builds that you can get that this wave just turns into a money farm. This ain't one of them. This is definitely not the one to use it on. So we have HP plus 25, pomegranate, which upgrades one of your, I should probably say that, upgrades one of your abilities. And, oh, weird. I came in on that boat, but there's another boat over here I wanted to check out. Guess it's just not a thing? Sure. We'll go into here. The pomegranates I tend to go for if I have a build that I'm kind of happy with. Like, I grabbed one earlier. I didn't really talk about it. Upgraded my Zeus special to level, I guess, 3 now. And it's been going really well. It was 57 damage every single time it zaps away. Additionally, when the enemies have armor, they have, like, they don't stagger at all. So being able to get rid of it with my special is really helping. Here, come down here. I hate these enemies. They hurt. They look awesome. Oh, fighting them. Especially when you're in a big group of enemies. They just drop down from the sky and will ruin your day constantly. Good. And these guys, the blue, like, crystal guys, create a shield on the enemies. Honestly, the Asphodel layouts, they're a really rough combination of enemies. Here, I need to get out of here. Die. I really need to get a really good, like, damage dealing attack. If I got a... See, an Ares on my attack seems like the best, but at that point, will I just start using that entirely and, like, get rid of my special? Because if I had a faster way to deal damage to the enemies in front of me, it might be better. Here, we'll see what buffs we end up getting inside the future rooms and see if we get lucky with anything.
Suffer in darkness.
See, and this is pretty good with the Thunder Flourish. Just keep on upgrading it. Level 4, 65 damage per chain strike zappy thing. Do we have a Charon? We do. Yeah, so these little, like, bags are the shops that you can spend your gold at.
Must be something I can use.
Oh, we got an Ares. Hey there, Charon. How you doing? Yeah, I have a hangover too. Alright. Oh, perfect! The attack causes enemies to... That is beautiful. Exactly what I needed. See, the other one was a step to upgrade the cast. It would make that cast bigger. There was one of the ones that made it a wider area. I'm good, though. I have bigger fish to fry. Also, this is a boss. Yeah, I'm going to need that. I'm going to definitely need this attack buff. So now I have the curse on all of my normal bow shots, which is really nice. 82 damage is more than I can count on one hand. But that would make sense. I meant to say more than my special does, but sure. Unless I have some really big hands. Listen, I have read some manga. I have seen some shit. Those hands get pretty ridiculous sometimes. They don't gain extra fingers unless it's a Junji Ito comic. That is also its whole own subgenre. Alrighty. Next up, Wave of Hell. Alright, pop that off. So these blue guys creating shields, at least they can't shield each other, so it's not that bad. But god, do they suck. I would love if you could get... I think if there was a heat buff to add the Asphodel enemies to the original rooms at the first part of the of Hell, that'd be really nice. Because I really don't enjoy dealing with these Asphodel enemies inside the lava area, but I do like fighting them. You know, the way that they attack, I don't have a lot of fun trying to dodge what they do. But if I had to dodge these Inferno bombs and like deal with the shields when I didn't have to deal with the lava, I think it'd be a pretty good time, honestly. I think this is the last wave, so we just need to take down these last two guys. When they're jumping straight towards you, you can just pop the special and do really well. I like this build. Now we have Poseidon. If I get the Poseidon dash, that'd be perfect for this.
Found you down there, nephew. Now let's overwhelm your enemies in a typhoon of godly might. What do you say?
You got it, Bubble Man. I don't know if the... See, the designs are great, but I'm always curious about certain things about the designs. Like, is Poseidon's hand covered in his hair dye? Are those bubbles made of his hair? Questions, man. I don't know if it's meant to be a shadow on the hand, but it looks like he just, like, rubbed his hand through it and his manic panic came out. Oh, I love it. It's so goofy. Dash damages foes. Yeah, that's what I wanted. You can also get, like, free items off of this, but dash. Hell yeah. So this dash, I find, also the effect looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like an epic Mickey attack. It is just so stylized. Stop gushing about the graphics. Keep on talking. I really like the Poseidon dash because you can knock the enemies into lava with it, especially those Inferno Bomb Hell guys. They kind of suck. And because it's on the dash, you don't need to get rid of one of your attack slots because you really do want something else on that. It's good stuff. Usually if I have a Poseidon, I'll try and go for the dash because the other ones just aren't my favorites. Also, if you take Poseidon for the other buffs, I find it's a little bit of an issue because while it does, you can knock these Inferno Bomb guys in the lava, and they have a good time. Wait, no, do they not? They get very, like, slightly knocked back. But the mage guys, the issue with them, and these crystals, and these gorgons, all of these, they all fly above the lava, and they don't take damage from it. So Poseidon's buff gets completely, like, wiped out and becomes useless inside this part of the levels. See, it would be better... I think the issue with it is if the area after Asphodel, which is this lava area, is something that requires you or has like walls around to use the Poseidon's buff and actually has a reason for it, that'd be okay. Because then that would mean that this area is just like the place to not use it and you can use it after. But as it is, Asphodel is the final area inside the game. As far as you can go. It only has Tartarus and then Asphodel. So then it turns this into, well, I guess my Poseidon buff is useless for the second half of my entire run. So you'll be curious when they add more areas to the game. I think there is quite a bit more to, well, obviously there's more to add to it. But there's a lot of different concepts they can use, especially like there's ice areas they could use inside mythology. There's a lot of stuff they could have that'd be really fun to implement. So I think I'm just curious. I'd be really curious to see how they end up going. Would the Poseidon buff turn into like a Todoroki buff when they're inside the ice area? Does your dude? Until next time. I would love for a cast that you use it, and instead of having like this blade rift, it creates like a giant wall of spikes, like a Todoroki thing. I know that's just my inner like anime nerd coming out, but that would be some real good stuff. Deal more damage to enemies and summon into walls and corners. That is useless because Asphodel's walls are so far away. I guess I'll just take the stun, because if I do end up like knocking him into one of these at least, like these little pillars, then they'll get stunned for a while and I can take care of them. Still fight. The damage isn't that much, and I can't really rely on it is the issue. Also, I don't have enough for the Charon stuff here. I mean, I have enough for a pomegranate. Let's do it.
I can use this.
I guess I'll just take the lightning bolt. So this is the final room inside the game before you go into the Hydra, which is the big final boss boy, which is super scary. Typically, the last room here will have either a Charon shop or you can buy one of 3 items. It can have like a boon or a pomegranate or whatever. Or it'll just be a pomegranate room that you get for free. You can choose between the two. If you don't have enough gold at the end of a run, it kind of works better to choose the pomegranate. it's usually a pretty clear way to know that the end of the run is coming. And whatever build you have is probably what you're gonna have. Now, this Hydra, he's mean. Straight up, he's a rough fight a lot of the time, depending on the build you have. The one we have going on right now is honestly really good. Zeus buff along with Ares is probably one of the most ideal runs you can have. And they do spawn like these heads around to fight during certain parts of the whole battle. Shouldn't be that bad, honestly. Oh, and this attack, he spawns a bunch of them, so if you just run in and pop your special, you end up breaking all of the attacks that he shoots out. You start using that more often. The Ares buff is going really well for this, though. Alright, so he goes impervious, which means that the other heads are going to spawn then. Usually use that time to try and get ready for when the next place is going to spawn. Ow. Just lost Death Defiance, which means I only have 2 more lives before I fully die on this run, which I realize is actually a lot. Might want to do a little bit less than that on a run like this. Granted, on certain builds, you just kind of end up dying super hard, and the Hydra does take a lot of lives if you do it poorly. Like, I just lost 2 lives already inside the fight without even realizing it. We're probably alright to have extra Death Defiance, actually. That is fine. We will treat it as an unexpected error of the build, but I'm still going to keep it, because whatever. It helps out. Also, I'm probably going to end up dying super hard if I don't have it, so works out. See, the issue is he's still impervious, so I can't lock onto him with my bow. I'm trying to take care of him as much as possible. Brap. What a good shotgun. Like, I phrase it as a shotgun because it is, like, it's supposed to spread, but it turns into one big shot on him. But it eats up health bars. God. So this is going to be 6 heads of the Hydra spawn, and you have to take care of all of them, and then you can kill the main one. Issue? I'm bad. And I have 14 health. And honestly, I'm not confident in what we're doing. The build is good. I'm not. The issue is I just need to get one comfortable area. Once I get this, like, corner that I can use to fight away the enemies, it's not that bad. Like, I can usually do pretty good work from the corner. Just a oh. Damn. Oh. So there goes the bow run. Almost there, though. Buh. Thanks, Zagreus. So yeah, all in all, pretty good attempt, I'd say. Didn't quite make it, but we'll try again. Oh, hey, Megara. Ooh.
The house shall stay. I know.
Ooh, there's some lore going on. I should probably not try and spoil things super hard, but it's the story goes places. I'll say that much. It's gonna be neat to see where they end up pushing it. Because now I've actually started, like, talking to them and getting their relationships up. There's some shit going down around the area. But yeah, so next we're going to go into another run with... See, this next one is my favorite weapon in the entire game. This right here. The Aegis. Oh, god damn it, but the spear is buffed. Oh. See, if I choose the spear right now, then I'll backload this video with my 2 favorite weapons in general. Sure. Soon. Okay, we'll do the spear. So the spear, because it has a 20% extra or a 10% extra buff to the amount that you get off of the purples, I want it. It has an attack. It has a strike. This stun locks enemies when you just do the 1-2 on them back and forth. It's honestly really good for it. And it has a charging spin move here that you can charge up to 2 tiers. And clear out a pretty big area. Then we have the special being a throw and call back, of which stays inside the area, and you can't do any normal attacks until you pull it back anyway. Pretty good time, I'd say. in terms of the build I want to go for this one, though, the issue I'm finding is I kind of want to just default to using the Ares one. But, like, okay, I will make you a deal. I want to get the Dionysius cast, and then I'll go for the Ares after if we get lucky with it. What I also wanted to do for this run is I want to talk about the Pact of Punishment. So when you beat the Hydra for the first time, you gain the ability to make the runs harder for yourself via equipping a bunch of different heat benefits. Well, quote-unquote benefits. So what we will be doing is I want to toss on a few of these to be able to get some extra, like, rooms. I'm going to put on Shared Misery, which is 5% additional foes for each, like, level you increase it, and we're going up to 50%. And I'm also going to increase the damage that foes deal by 100%. And so we're going to fight 50% more enemies, and they do double damage.
What's life without a little pain?
Yeah. We need to get some pain in here. Without love, we can't get enough. Listen, Zagreus looks like he would listen to some Evanescence. Oh god. Oh god, it's so fitting. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. God damn it. I can't check my codec right now. But Zagreus. You would absolutely listen to Evanescence or Evanescence? I haven't heard the name in so long I forget entirely. Here, we want your cast Laws projectile that turns into Festive Fog. That's what I want to go for. Here, I can't open the codec right now? Seriously? Kill him. Toss this. There you go. Codec, open. Where is Zagreus? Where, do I have a Zagreus? I don't! Damn it! I wanted to show off his model. I'll put it on screen right now. He looks like he would listen to Evanescence. Absolutely. 100%. Doubtlessly. And I mean, I respect it. You do use Zagreus. He's just... I will be real with you. One of the things that sold this game to me is the fact that Zagreus is an angsty, like... His design is attractive and angsty and dumb, and I love it. He's a revelry in the dark, and it could not be better. Also, that is the Daedalus Hammer. I need that. See, on the spear, I don't find it to be that important, because there's not really those like big Daedalus buffs I care about all that much. Like, they have extra, like, oh, your spin charges faster, or your attacks hit further. There's not really any that I direly think that, like, they make a run. There's a lot of other weapons where the Daedalus Hammer will end up making or breaking what you do inside a run and how effective your build is. Spear is just kind of, oh, I got this. Guess that'll help out in the way that I'm poking this one enemy over and over.
You should have listened.
So this one becomes special, fires a projectile that deals 20% in an area. Special deals 20% to armor. Hold attack to strike rapidly, but you cannot spin attack. I have never seen this before. Flurry jab. Hold a... This is new. 100% this is new. So... Holy shit. Forget everything I have said so far about this weapon. You need the Daedalus Hammer. He jabs even faster. He gets an aura, and it's the best. And I like how after he's done poking, he stays in the position looking around like, is there any other enemies? Hello? What's huh? What? That attention to detail, man. That's great. Oh, good on you, Supergiant. Good stuff. Appreciate that. Oh, this is going to be a fun run. I've never seen this buff before on this spear. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Holy shit, spear. There's also, see, one of the buffs inside the purple materials is you get extra damage for your backstabs. Look at that! It melts health bars! Dude, I could just hold it from this far away and just be like, oh, sorry you wanted to attack me? Even these mages can't even attack beyond it because he just pokes so fast. God, I feel like I'm playing with an S-Stock right now. It's great. Oh, good stuff. Oh, God. Okay, moving on. In.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for the help.
That's a relief.
Free 25. See, I have to pick this up because I can't progress without picking it up. But I have full health. Please, let me store this inside my, like, armor slot. Let me get some of that. We're actually in a pretty bad state because that Charon shop will do nothing for me. How about I go here instead? Alter it.
Give me another.
Probably not. I probably shouldn't. I should probably save my altering for a little bit later. Definitely think that if I get a certain buff that I don't want, like Aphrodite or something, I want to swap it out, so I'll keep the altar for later. The altering thing was added in the newest update, and I don't quite know when I want to use it currently. Like, I've been using it to get rid of, like, the rooms that'll just give me absolutely nothing. Like, the bottle rooms, while they are nice, now that I've kind of gotten to an endgame point where I don't need as many gifts, they're becoming more useless, so I've been altering them. But it does feel like a waste of the altar. Because you only get... I currently only get 2, but it seems like you can get up to 5 in total. Also, health and become tankier, or go and see Sisyphus. Sisyphus! What up? So yeah, these rooms has a guy named Sisyphus.
I'm really rather speechless, Your Highness. I'm just a shade doing my time. I don't deserve your generosity.
He's just a cool guy.
Come on, sir. What's a priceless bottle of the nectar of the gods between friends?
Yeah. He's so chill. I love him.
Why bother?
Sorry. It's okay.
Good to see you in one piece, Prince said.
Good to see you too. I'm actually got some money off of you.
Not to worry.
So, Sisyphus is just a chill guy that appears inside these rooms sometimes. He's trapped behind a boulder, you know, as they do. He'll just give you money, give you purples, give you health, whatever you need. He's just a good guy. Oh no. My weakness. Enemies that can't be backstabbed. Holy shit though. Holy shit though. Holy shit though. Holy shit though. It just stun locks. It just stun locks. They have no chance. It's just an aura. I love it. It is the strongest. How can you expect to beat it? I can start using my cast alongside it. Because the cast, what it does is not only does it do a bunch of damage and 141 every single time it hits, it also has the area of effect that sticks around afterwards that does stuns. Which, when you're doing a build like this, may be a good plan. Maybe stuns are an effective way of taking down enemies. Just very possible. Just Zagreus things, you know. Stun locks. Big stabs. See, I've never thought of drunkenness as like a fog or a haze, I guess. So hearing like, oh, the festive fog, I just think like he's giving a vape cloud to them at some points. I mean, Zagreus probably would vape, honestly. He's that kind of guy.
What's for sale?
I don't know. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt to say that like this is probably... See, either that or it's his, like, belches. And he, like, belches into his hand and, like, throws the fog of stank at them. No scenario here is good. I'm going to alter this. I actually want that. I would love to get some extra casts here. But yeah, no answer for Zagreus's festive fog is a good one. There's no time here where I'll feel holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, this build. Oh, this build. Oh, this build.
Lush and lecher Dionysius counts you as a friend? I'm hoping that there must be some mistake, yeah, Zagreus?
Listen. I know how to party. He knows how to party. You may not. I'm down to read a book with you. We'll go to a coffee shop. Dionysius is for those Friday nights. It's okay. You get it. You get it. Also, I'm taking the critical thing again. Because since I'm hitting so many times, any damage you deal has a chance to crit is really good for both the cast and for my normal attacks. I need to get something good for my normal attacks to like help it along. I feel like I'm kind of feeling Hades. I know I shouldn't. I know that, or not Hades, Ares. I know it's a bad plan. I'm feeling as if I probably shouldn't. Because it's the easy default, you know? I want to use other things aside from Ares. But think about how much damage it would do. Think about how good the big stab would be. And it just non-stop procs the curse damage as well. It would just be so solid. I don't know. I'm debating when I probably shouldn't be. I'm trying to get more and more varied builds. We haven't even gotten Aphrodite once inside this because I've kind of been avoiding her. I don't like her builds. They don't work for what I like to do. Also, like, all the damage over time abilities like Ares and like Dionysius and stuff like that are all just really effective. I feel as if flat damage multipliers like Aphrodite gives, because that's what she does, just aren't as helpful right now. At least for what I do. Oh no.
If I could spare a minute of your time.
Is it going to be actually a minute? 45 seconds. A little bit less than a minute. You know what? I'm going to do my best. And that's all I can say. I'm just going to keep on attacking, because I think this is one of those builds I could probably take down a lot of this room with. Just have that funny seance of a feeling. And we'll toss some festive fogs on the ground. Just have a generally good time. And toss it up. God, whenever... See, the thing is, they crit for like 335 damage. It is doing good. Here, toss those in before they all despawn. As many kills as we can get. Yeah, the Festive Fog. I think it's one of the best casts in the game currently. It just feels so strong to use, and the stuns on it are so pleasant. It doesn't stop you from taking damage, and you typically can get around it. However, whew, boy. We're going to go into this, because this is a room where you can choose between the two gods, and then you get whatever benefit you choose. I honestly don't really feel the Dionysius buffs that are still available, honestly. However, he's kind of a rough one to deal with. Here, we'll choose him first, and then do Artemis after, because you get both. However, I kind of don't want to use poison right now. Like, we used it before. You can do 5 stacks of it. It's a great time. I kind of want to do the less damage while standing in Festive Fog.
Cheers.
Why would you side with... why do I even bother with some half-god?
Because you love me. Listen, Artemis, it's okay. Listen, I didn't mean to choose the Crunk Man. Friday nights are sometimes better than a Tuesday morning. God, that... Oh god, that is so weirdly spot on. Oh, that's like... Sometimes you want the Friday, sometimes you want the Tuesday, sometimes you need the party, sometimes you need the hunting with the buddy in the forest, question mark. See, it's hard to characterize Artemis, because it's either super obsessed with hunting, never letting, I'm thinking like a Percy Jackson version, never letting boys near her, having like their squad of nothing but hunters. But there's also the visualization inside my head right now of Artemis being like a book mom. And like, she likes to go hunting, she also likes to read books about entrapment.
All right, I'm going to forgive you now, I guess. No need to beg, you just think twice next time, okay?
Yeah, you got it. Don't worry. I mean, I like what you are putting down. Dude, gained extra ammo for your cast +3.
I accept this gift.
I am so crunk. Do you feel it? It's in the air. Oh, it's gonna be great. See, that's a chaos. However, the Charon... I kind of want to go to Charon after this, because when you go into a blood gate, it does randomize the next room entirely. So I might just immediately go into the boss fight if I choose Charon, or if I choose the blood gate right now. I'm gonna pop a bunch of these, and it's probably not gonna do that well for your well-being. And honestly, not my problem. Like, really not my problem. Especially not my problem. I would love to get... Is there a benefit that lets you do extra damage when they're inside the festive fog of war? Because I would love that.
Excellent.
Alright, let's head in. Charon, I need a buff. Dionysius. I mean, I guess I may as well go for the epic dash, right? If he's trying this hard to get my attention with his attempts at fighting, I may as well pick him for something. Maybe it'll get him off my back. Another ammo for my cast wouldn't be bad. Fuck it. We're doing it. We're going all in on this. This is going to be a great time. The fact that they can all crit as well and they do extra damage. Oh, it's going to be a good build.
Get on your guard, Zagreus.
Yeah, you got it. Oh, throw it the wrong way. Whoops. I have that issue a lot with this Dionysius cast. I think it's just how it ends up. It locks you into a direction a lot when you're trying to use it. At least that's what it feels like. I'm just gonna pop these all here. Just trying to get that on the ground, you know? Oh god. Poke straight toward her. I'm just far enough away where I'm not too afraid of what she's doing. Okay. I need to stop being so haphazard with what I'm doing here. 7 casts is ridiculous. Dude, this builds. This fucking builds. I can't tell what's happening. I really need to get something on my attack though. Like direly. It's just too helpful to not get a buff on currently. Here, I'm gonna toss these down here. Okay, she's probably gonna be dead after these casts. There we go. I need to try and get better at getting those dash then toss casts in. It doesn't quite lock on to the enemies when I dash then use the cast. So what I need to do is dash and then learn to like proc it behind, but the delay is what gets me. Just something to get in the habit of, you know? But we're heading down to Asphodel. Megara is a universal constant. Oh, you know, I dare enough. Honestly, not too keen on any of those. I usually grab the one that buffs the next boon you get and the Infernal Trials, because Infernal Trials guarantee your next rune will have an Infernal Trial, and it'll give you more money than you end up putting in. So we have the Dionysius buff. Honestly, you want to know what I want right now? Artemis.
Might help.
I have an idea.
Going up.
And I don't know if it's going to be a good one. And I don't know if this build is going to be effective. But if it is...
Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, this is going to be a good time. Because what if I had my attacks be able to crit? And I could just eat health bars like that. Because obviously they crit right now for 45 and do a pretty good job, you know. They do their work. However, there's more. There's potential. Yeah, the cast doesn't... It's not very forgiving when it comes to bigger groups of enemies. It really... When the people get stuck in it, they have a really hard time trying to get out. Holy shit. Oh, it feels so strong. See, now I'm getting it. Now I'm feeling the dash, then toss backwards. What it is, I have to wait a second while he turns around. I'm regaining control after the dash. I'm getting the habit. We're moving here. Alright. Another Dionysius Artemis room. That is what I needed. See, this happens very seldomly where you get multiple rooms that let you get the buffs. Oh. Oh, god damn it. I don't want the basic white tier of the critical damage, though. I kind of want the critical effects.
Thank you for your support.
Looks like I'm not going to lie. You hurt my feelings here. I thought we had a thing, a close familial bond. I'm really mad now that I think on it.
Listen. That's the drink talking. Wait till you come down off of it. We'll talk the next morning. For right now, I'll kill all of your minions, I guess. Dionysius, you know I love you. I want the attack increase, and she was really important. It doesn't matter who you choose first. I was just hoping to get the critical effect to be able to use on this wave, because honestly, it does really suck to fight these levels when you don't have a good run going. Whew, whew. Oh boy. They hit hard. These crits, they do like 500 damage per crit now. I love this cast. I love this cast so much. Have I said that enough? Because it is happening. I am feeling it again. Okay, let's kill those blue crystals that are around, because those are shielding the people that are the biggest trouble right now. And it hurts. So that'll be a guaranteed kill there. That's always nice. Alright, and we'll toss these up and be good to go. Come over here. Come on over. I'm not coming to you. Come here. Come here. Hey. Where you hopping to? Get over here. Not even focusing on me. Fine, I'll backstab you. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that was my own fault. That is me, and we're good. Oh, oh boy. Hey, Dionysius.
You know what, man? I'm not even angry after that. What's I even going off about? Do you recall?
Yeah, no. I don't. It's been a while, you know? Your Blight Wine effect also makes foes slower. Sure.
To my health.
We're getting quite close to the end here, so I kind of want to get some more gold before we head in.
Transgressions are not tolerated.
We should be good. Ho! Ho! That's a lot! At least my dashes through the enemy's crowd are making them slower now, so they can't get out of the... They're even slower at getting out of the fog. Maybe I do want it. That might be a good call, actually. Just get Dionysius's wine attack buff. Because if they get slowed down by my normal attacks, they would have even more trouble trying to get out of the fog while they're inside the cast. It's a good synergy. This one.
Get me out of here.
The only thing I still need to get 15 keys, but I've been spending them on all the infernal troves. It's my bad. It's just, the gold is so worth it. It's so helpful. Think of all the savings you'll get when you use the money that you picked up on the floor.
I'll run you through.
I just had a Death Defiance pop. Damn it. Hit. No. God. I don't deserve this. Ah. It's always those attacks that happen after you're about to kill them that suck. Oh dear. The projectiles. I keep on losing the projectiles because I can't fucking see them beyond the fog of death. They're all in the layer below the fog, so you can't see where they're going. Oh, I can't see it. Maybe on those guys, the Inferno Bombs, I just need to stop using that. The cast is doing more harm than good on these small levels. So we have an Athena there. We haven't actually seen Athena yet, have we? And we also... Oh. See, this is the Charon that I kind of prefer. Oh, yeah, we're doing it. Charon honestly be better for me.
Yes, Charon.
Oh, you beautiful man. What do you have to say? Thank you.
Couldn't have
Appreciate
said it
that.
myself.
I'm gonna take this. Dude. Dude. I didn't know the legendaries for this. So, certain... No, I think it's every legendary inside the game is based on your build that you're running. I have never seen the Dionysius legendary before. I've seen every other one aside from Dionysius. Blackout. Blight wine afflicted foes take bonus damage inside festive fog. Meaning, when I toss my cast up in the air and it hits them, and I dash beyond them, they then take 30% more damage guaranteed. I do wish I had the attack increase equipped right now. However, that's crazy. And I was talking about the extra damage increase earlier as well. See, do I want the extra maximum health, or do I want the 75 flat health? Honestly, 75 flat health is probably better for me. It's probably healthier. I'm on the verge of some pretty bad states. However, I probably should have picked the max health if I was going to get this one next. Shit! Oh.
Hidden well within the limitless inferno of the river Phlegethon, somehow, a trickle of life-giving water yet remains, as though provided by the fates themselves unto the very lucky prince.
You feeling lucky too, old man? Then show yourself. No?
What? Did Zagreus just challenge the narrator? You go, dude. We really need, actually, to get, like... See, I feel as if the altar buff that we've been using inside these runs doesn't really make sense as, like, a casual buff. If it was a trinket from the fates, that'd make a lot more sense to me, at least. Do I want maximum health, or do I want Poseidon? But see, if it's just gonna be normal boss, I don't mind that. Yeah, these platforms are gonna be fine. With this build is gonna thrive inside these situations. This right here. There we go. Oh! Oh, it hits! It does so much damage! With the legendary, it just eats health bars when you pop the fog and then dash beyond them and then just keep on popping the cast. It just, it eats! It devours! It doesn't care about anything! But yeah, this is what the late game builds of this game, once you start finding synergies and stuff, look like. And honestly, it is so genuinely fun when you end up getting these things rolling. The legendaries especially, all except for like a couple of them, are the most fun times you'll have inside this game. Here, just chuck these over. You know, just get some kills. The waves are still oh god. Oh god. The waves are still spawning, even while the other wave is still alive. There we go. And you're dead.
Nice meeting you.
Good stuff. And now we have Poseidon. I'm still missing the attack. I really don't want the attack buff from Poseidon though, so we'll probably just take his treasure.
Against my trusty elder brother lately. Good? Big Hades, he is disagreeable with all of us, not just with you. So don't you take it personal and stick with me.
Well, we're related. So I feel as yeah, shit's weird. Well, I guess you were related. Oh, it's weird. Shit's weird. The world's weird. Oh. I haven't gotten a special upgrade. I guess I haven't used my special even once during this playthrough. Oh, my bad. See, we're getting so close to the Hydra. I don't want to pick the attack one. I need the attack buff, but I feel like the Poseidon one will be the thing that breaks this run. I'm gonna get the special, meaning that whenever I toss this at someone, it'll knock them all the way back and it'll follow along with the throw as well.
On to the next one.
That's nice, at least. That'll be pleasant if I ever want to use it. Honestly, it's just filling out the tree right now. Alright. And you're dead. And you're dead. I love it! 2 casts and anything I struggle with is just gone. They're just clocking out. Oh, it is absolutely my favorite. Alright, we'll toss those up and just keep on being good to go. And also, see, I'm looking at the time I've been recording this, and we're only through 3 weapons so far. And we're at an hour and 20 minutes, so I might cut this up in multiple episodes. I don't know where I'm going to cut it, but now I'm thinking, like, one big episode is probably a bad plan, especially with YouTube in the state that it currently is, because that shit's always weird. So we have a Charon and an Athena. I think the next one is going to be the Hydra, so I'm going to actually take this Infernal Trove here. We're going to get some extra money and see if we can get some good stuff done and see how that goes. The Inferno Bomb guys take multiple casts, it seems, unless they get crit on the post-armor phase. Not too bad, though. We're dealing. I think if there's anything we can say about these waves, it's that we're dealing. And there goes that entire trove.
Back to the lowest depths with them.
Yeah, back to the lowest depths with them.
I'll take it.
Oh, I got a drink right before as well. See, Dionysius would be proud.
Onward.
He sees me getting crunk before I go and fight the final boss. Alrighty, we have max HP, we have restore HP, and we have that. I would have loved to get a Dionysius buff for my attack, which I'm still missing. That would have been great, but you know what? The cast will probably do plenty of work here. Oh, it's gonna do plenty of work here.
Get back in the lava and no one gets hurt.
Alright, buddy, sit down. I also just realized I have the Pact of Punishment on right now as well. This is the run to do it, I suppose. So can he not do... Oh, wow, that hurts. Can he not do his blast thing when he's up in the front? Because it seems like he never ends up doing it. I'm expecting it for some reason. Like, he can do those shots in, like, the big pattern, but because I'm expecting him to use it when he's dashed in, I'm not wanting to engage with him. But I haven't seen him do it in any of these runs so far. Yeah, like, when he's up front, I'm not seeing him pop it once so far this time. I'll keep on watching for it. Ha! He is in the back right now, though, so apparently he definitely is keen on it right now. Also, did you see that? I just hit for 544. Oh, dear. Need to be careful here. Like, I actually need to go pick up some casts. Whoa. Safe. Or as safe as I can be, at least. Alright, we're going to stay here. We're going to take down these skeletons. Definitely think that I need it. Grab these casts. And nuke entire health bars. Funnily enough. My favorite pastime, personally. Huge fan. Huge fan. And, you know, just do some good damage. My difficulty right now is that when I can't see what they're doing, I don't even want to try to engage, so I'm, like, running away. Stop fucking shooting those things, main guy. Please, chill a bit. Okay, so we'll do this, poison him, and we get the extra 30% damage on that. Honestly, in terms of legendary, this one doesn't seem to be that great compared to the other ones that are around. Like, it's still helpful, and obviously for this build, ho. But it's really not up to snuff with the other tiers. Or other forms that they have. I need to be careful. I need to be fucking careful. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! No! Oh. Yeah, that's how the double damage goes. Oh.
Back again.
Yep. Oh, shit. Oh, that build was so fun. Shit, man. Oh, I'm so disappointed.